Hey everybody, it is time for what I'm going to start calling Sunday Spellslingin because I post these videos on Sunday and I like alliterations. So here's Sunday Spellslingin. This time I am running out a deck that is new to the channel and that is Blue-Red Prowess. Very simple, straightforward deck. Have creatures that care about casting spells and a lot of spells to cast. Very low land count because you kind of churn through the deck and you really only need like 2 lands for the deck to operate. Some free spells in Bauble and Mutagenic Growth. Mutagenic Growth, the card that is clearly green, but it is also obviously a red card. And then some classics like Lightning Bolt. Expressive Iteration, not hard to tell. You've got extra card draw and Light Up the Stage and kind of just like extra spells per turn in Manamorphose. And then a very unassuming card in Lava Dart, but actually does a whole lot of work. Every Lava Dart, even if you only have 1 prowess creature on board, accounts for 3 damage in a turn because the front half of it is 1, the back half is 1, and then it gives you, actually no, it counts for 4, gives you 2 prowess triggers, for instance, and if you have like 2 prowess creatures on the board, it just starts to just stack up really fast. This card is actually like really, has been really impressive to me in terms of like how much work the card can do. It's also great value to surveil into the yard with DRC, that sort of thing. Sprite Dragon is in the main. Third Path Iconoclast is in the side. It's basically for heavy removal matchups. You do a straight swap of Sprite Dragon for the Iconoclast, and then this one you can get a token or 2 usually before it dies, where Sprite Dragon might just die to, say, a Fatal Push or something like that before it can really do any damage. Spell Pierce, Vapor Snag, Alpine Moon. Nothing very surprising in the sideboard. This is a very simple, straightforward deck, but I very much enjoy it. So, we'll see how we do in a league. All right, here is match 1. We will be on the draw. We're facing off against a Gigantha deck. I'm going to keep this hand. 4 creatures is really a lot, but you like having at least 1. And you know, I can lead off with a Soulscar Mage. If I don't draw a second land, I can just potentially attack and then light up the stage, try to find the second one, and just kind of churn from there. So, you know, it'll be Copperline Gorge. That is one you don't see very often. So is this the red-green prowess deck? I'm just going to kill the Ragavan right now. So there's a red-green version of this same deck out there, and I wonder if we've run into that. Drawing another creature is not so awesome. Ooh, no, this is a red-green, something to do with stuff. I'm just going to start running Swift Spears out there. There's a lot of triggers in this deck. It's one of those decks that in paper is potentially easy to miss stuff. Another land for our opponent. Finding the second land here starts to become pretty important in order to get some velocity going. Okay. Oh, just Gigantha to hand, all right. Okay, so we're just going to swing, hit for 1, and then we'll cast this Light Up the Stage, hopefully hit a land. We do not hit a land. Okay. Well, we're kind of desperate for a land next. Okay, RG Saga, that's good to see. So we'll be bringing in our Alpine Moons, most likely. Shattering Sprees look to be potentially good. I feel like it sucks to lose out on both of these darts, but also like if we don't start putting creatures on the board, I think I'm not gonna do very well. I'm gonna get stonewalled by these saga tokens here in a minute. So unfortunately, one of the cool things about mutagenic growth in this deck is it also acts as a defensive spell against something like lightning bolt to protect my creature. Opponent has drawn lots of lands. I guess if they want to, they can just cast I guess this is the downside of a 16 land deck, isn't it? It was a little bit much. We're 16 cards in. We've seen one land. Shrapnel blasted, huh? Okay. Well. Yep. Gotta have more than one land. Okay. So I think the Alpine Moons are going to be good. Or at least one of them. I could see these being potentially okay. Okay. So definitely want at least one Alpine Moon. Then these other cards are hit or miss. Okay. Okay, we'll keep here. I'm just going to go get a mountain. I'm going to play my Dragon's Rage Channeler, and I will pass. Basically, I'm saving this Bauble to be able to trigger the Swift Spear to hit for an extra damage next turn. So, yep. We're going to do this. We're going to go here. That's a really good card to have on top, but I've got double light up the stage, and I'm going to cast another spell, so I want to get like tons of value out of this Surveil. And this also allows me to get Delirium this turn. Actually, yeah, we'll keep that one. One thing that I love about this deck is a lot of the creatures just don't die to Ren and 6. It's fantastic. Okay. Make it red, red. Lava Dart turns this card on, which is also great. I guess I missed out on a damage this way. Okay. I think with the DRC being the take, if this was a prowess creature, I would have taken the lava dart, but with DRC I'm not going to. Or the Manamorphose becomes better because I get to surveil potentially for the draw. Onward, upward, so forth. This Vapor Snag here can act as a protection spell or as a clear the way. I'm not overly worried about the Tarmogoyf actually. That one I will bounce. I can put this on top. Because I can go Manamorphose. Let's spin that. We'll make red, red. We'll go Lava Dart on you. Bin that. And this is why DRC is so good in this deck. We will cast with Spectacle. Bin that. We should have Game Healers because I have the mutagenic growth, but just kind of covering our bases here. Okay. Now that we are on the draw, we can be a little bit more reactive, I think. We didn't see anything in the realm of graveyard hate from them. I'm sure they have something, but because they can just go get it with RG Saga, I'll keep this. So like this Lava Dart will be able to kill a DRC or a Ragavan. If not, I will probably just hold it along with the Bauble so I can trigger the Iconoclast on turn 2. I don't need to bluff a Manamorphose here by just passing instead of just auto-passing through the turn because, what's it called? Would not save. A DRC in that position, so because it would only make it a 3/3 and thus kind of pointless to worry about. Okay, a Tarmogoyf. Okay. All right. I mean, not great for me, but take the light up the stage, play the Soulscar Mage. Now this Tarmogoyf is going to be very difficult to beat because it's going to be a 6 power lifelinker. Oh, the Ren 6 changes things a little bit. Okay. Okay. Opponent has 1 card in hand. 1 card in hand. And what I'm going to attempt to do is just kill this Tarmogoyf. Oh, okay, you're shrapnel blasting in response. Okay. All right, I mean, that was a good last card to have. Okay. Once again, Tarmogoyf is still going to be hard to beat as a 5/6 lifelinker. Or 6/7 lifelinker. Sorry, I lied. I mean, it's not impossible with this deck because stuff gets kind of crazy real fast. If our opponent draws a bolt, we're dead. I mean, I guess we don't have to be. We could chump block with something, but we need a good card off the top. That's the scary thing with this deck is we can deal 24 damage in a turn. Well, not if they just have a lightning bolt. Okay, well, unfortunate series of events there, I think. But that's what happens. All right, here we are in match 2. We're once again on the draw, but this looks like a keepable hand. And that doesn't care too much about Thoughtseize here. Sorry, phone's just going off. All right, we're once again stuck on lands. Game 1 of a match. Okay, there's a Stoneforge. Sword of Fire and Ice. Okay. Well, unless they have some sort of trick, well, I guess they can do it, so I have to hold. Well, I can attack with this for sure. So, like, if I don't kill the Stoneforge, they just need to have 4th land, and they can go Stoneforge, put in the sword, equip the sword, and then I can kill the creature that the sword is being attached to. Or I can kill the Stoneforge, and they just can't. But then they draw a card. But I'm just gonna. If I see a land on top here, I get to have Delirium. Or an artifact, that'll work too. And then I can go dart again, dart again. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's probably about all I care about. And I can just go like trim, 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 trim. How about that? Like basically just take out some of your more expensive cards, and mutagenic growth is kind of, it's a good card, but it's not a card that I'm unwilling to sacrifice in post-board games for stronger elements. Like I have to have a creature for it to work. You know, you have to have certain things in place for it to happen. Where, you know, like Lava Dart can always kill a X1 creature. Okay. Percent. I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep just so I can decide if I want to use a spell on my upkeep to try to surveil into a second land, which is a nice little fun trick with DRC, because your mana becomes open before you draw a card for the turn. Okay, well, won't need that now, that's for sure. Okay. Problem with this is I really want to use this, but I really don't want to just give them a card. But I might just have to. My situation might be bad enough without drawing a second land that it needs to happen. Solitude. This is like Orzhov Stoneblade. Well, now I can create black mana. Batterskull. So that's one we definitely do want to kill with. So since I know I'm going to kill that on my turn, letting our opponent just draw cards for free off of us sucks, but there we go. I like having a bolt around, sure. Oh, we're still not in great spots here, just because we've had to give our opponent so many cards. Bolt's starting to feel real good. Here comes... Oh, no. Oh, I should have attacked with the DRC. See if I could bait them into a bad block. Vigilance lifelink 4/4. Okay. Oh, hey, they just have a Cauldron. Cool, cool, cool. Because I do need another land, so. Didn't need 4 more lands, but I mean, I also know that this Solitude, like, they already have a Lion Sash, so. No point in doing that. Need to go get a mountain. So I can cast this. Put that on top. Okay. Okay. So grab a mountain. We're gonna do this. We will Lava Dart our opponent. Already played a land this turn. Don't need to replicate this any amount. Already have a land. Oh, man. Second Solitude. Really getting punished for the number of cards my opponent was able to draw with Esper Sentinel. I think they accidentally went to combat. Yeah, I think they wanted to use the Stoneforge and then clicked a little too far ahead and then didn't. Because they could have either put in the Culture or put in the sword and equipped it. Oh, come on. Lands just when you don't need them. Kaya's Guile, huh? Well, now that land that we just drew really sucks. Okay. I'm just going to forego the Alpine Moons. Hey, this game, I can kill an Esper Sentinel and not let my opponent draw a card. Hey, look, 3 for 3. Alright, I'm fine never drawing another land. So even if they have an Ephemerate, I get to have at least one creature. Yep. Alright, time for some good draws. Another sentinel. Great. Should have just cast the light up the stage. Well, our opponent had a hand to just demolish us, that's for sure. All right, who can draw out of it first? Oh, they probably have like a Stoneforge Mystic in their hand. No Stoneforge. Okay. Oh, I hate stupid Urborg. It makes it so my basics don't just tap easily. I know it's a silly thing, but it's just like, oh, I'm used to just being able to hit the basic and I don't have to like do other stuff. Gross. I'm not going to cast this card until I have another spell to cast with it. Batterskull is my guess, since they already have the 5 lands. No, sword. Okay. Okay. Probably are at the point where we have to draw something right now. We drew something right now. Because they're about to draw an Ephemerate. Thank you, Mishra's Bauble. Okay, so we know they have an Ephemerate in hand. Something else good for us. Okay, I guess that's ish. Okay. We're ahead in this race. Oh, I should have attacked with this because they can just equip the sword. Shit. We're not ahead in this race. We were very much behind in this race. All right, this is match 3. First of all, apologies for the last few minutes of audio cutting out in match 2. It was simply a matter of I didn't realize that I accidentally clicked the mute the microphone button on my recording program, and sometimes those mistakes happen. I apologize. At least you still got to see it, but you couldn't hear anything I was saying. Oopsies. I guess that's all I got. But we're going to hopefully avoid any more technical issues like that for the rest of the way. Obviously can't keep this one, no lance. Pretty simple. So far with this deck, I like to just try to mulligan to a hand where I have a creature to play. This deck is not nearly as good if you spend all of your cards to find the creature, because like I need these baubles to become like extra damage. So I think I'm just going to go to 5. Well, I'm going to keep this one, obviously, because going to 4 is like just really not a great option. Oh, we really want a fast hand here too. Oh, darn it. So we'll bauble ourselves. If we see a creature on top, we'll wait to shuffle till our opponent's turn. We don't. So instead, we're going to do this. Pass. If our opponent has any sort of like speed in getting toward Tron, then oh wow, the rare inscribed tablet, draw a card. Okay. Gonna do this. Like, I don't want to start casting these Manamorphoses just to draw a card, because I need, once again, like, you need to have these triggers mean something. Okay. So that one's good. And we're hoping to not see a dismember. It looks like our opponent's just passing through this. We'll just pass at this point. We got 2 creatures on board now. That's good. Our opponent can't set up Tron next turn, so we might be able to try to just churn through some stuff and really make something happen next turn. Chalice on 0. Okay. Chalice on 0 isn't a problem. Okay. If this finds a land, we're okay. So let me add up damage. So we're at 6. 1 bolt is 9, 10, 11. Another bolt is 14, 15, 16. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The lava dart does it. Barring our opponent having something like a... Yep, okay. Cool. Got there. Worked out that our opponent did not have... what's it called? So I think that was interesting to see that Lava Dart can potentially, like, that shows the power of Lava Dart. It can very quickly start adding up to more damage than a bolt, even though the card says it only does 1 damage, because it's 2 triggers. I think this is okay. I'm just bringing in Spell Pierces. I took out some Lightning Bolts because they don't do much, because I'm not... Like, Lightning Bolt seems to be best when it's filling 2 roles. It's a creature removal spell and extra damage. Instead, I'd rather have my Spell Pierces, I think. And I'll keep in 1 Mutagenic Growth, I guess. I don't know. It seems one of the easier cards to cut. Maybe I could actually, like, cut some Light Up the Stage and keep, like, some bolts and some growths instead. I have a feeling I just need to be really fast against Tron. It's not fantastic with 4 lands, so I'm gonna mulligan. This looks better. The Manamorphose is really good, but okay, with double Spell Pierce now, I kind of just want to lean on the Spell Pierces for the moment. Ooh, where's a Saga? Huh. Walking Ballista on 1. Okay. Well, that's not fantastic. All right, Soulscar Mage is kind of a good draw there because it doesn't die to Ballista on with one counter like every other creature that I've got in my hand. All these Spell Pierces are looking like a big old joke all of a sudden. No, that's not. I mean, so we can name this Saga, or we can name Power Plant. Power Plant stops the future Tron from happening. Saga might be the more pressing need that has to happen, because it stops what they've got going on the board at the moment. So, I'm just going to pass. I don't know if that's the right decision. This is a different version of Tron than I was expecting. I guess the Gemstone Caverns in the first game should have given me a clue. But I wonder... I've got the extra Spell Pierce, I've got the mana. I'm just going to see how badly they want the needle. Okay. So I wonder what they're naming. I'm just going to name Bauble so I don't get to draw with it. Oh, or Scalding Tarn, fine. Well, that's lovely. Well, yeah, my pivot to Spell Pierce. Oh, great. Now they also drew Tron. Yep. So this is the... I mean, a lot more creatures than I was expecting. I'm kind of already thinking about, like, what do I want to... Do I not want these Spell Pierces in then? Like, or is it just unfortunate for me that they drew the Ballista? Yeah, I'm just gonna... That's enough of that came for me. Being on the play will be a little bit different. Bring that in. You know, but like now all of a sudden do these lightning bolts become like much more appealing? We'll give that a try. All right, we'll keep. Do I want to go Soulscar Mage or Dragon's Rage Channeler? I think I'll start with the Soulscar Mage, to be honest. Okay. All right, good spell pierce there. Let's see, so I just have instant and land so far. So artifact combined with the sorcery is going to get me... Ooh. I guess we'll just do it this way. I don't want to play out this last creature because if they have something that can like get rid of my creatures, like an engineered explosive or something like that, I want to be able to have something to crack back with. So they're grabbing a power plant. They'll have access to 2 mana. I mean, I guess if they have another chalice, relic is fine. Makes my DRC not hit for as much, but you know, worse problems have been had. Because also I might just be able to restock. I think I do actually want to play the DRC. Creature. I'm going to leave this one on top because it represents a whole ton of damage next turn, potentially. We'll just do this right now. So I have land instant. There's a sorcery. I don't have any way to draw that. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They would have had 1 life left, but that's fine. We'll take the win against Tron. All right, this is match 4. We are on the play. Tell you what, one thing compared to like playing Shadow or something like that, matches with this deck go really fast. I will keep this. This looks like a keeper to me. Opponent is down to 6 cards. I guess I'll just get the steam vents. It's better to have all the colors you need. I will hold up this mutagenic growth just in case opponent decides to try and bolt this Swift Spear. So I'm not going to play the second Swift Spear yet. I'm going to use these light up the stages to try and hit another land. That didn't do it. That is unfortunate. Double Sprite Dragon. Hitting the bin. Okay. Makes me think off the bat that we're up against creativity of some kind. With the red fetch into double mountains here. Is this Wren? It's Leyline Binding. Okay. No land. Significantly hurts. Sorry, Sprite Dragons. We'll see you later. Well, this keeps on seeming to be a bottleneck of the deck, is just not hitting a second land. I don't know if that means I should be putting in one more land, or just understand that sometimes you're going to run into those games. Opponent is... Oh, okay. No, they're just... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a mountain, play my Swift Spear, swing with both, light up the stage, and hopefully start setting up some turns where we start doing big things. Violent Outburst. Oh, it's a Footfalls deck, huh? Interesting. Strange to see that without the blue. Okay, so if we want to save one of these, we'll start there. So that's a 4/5. If I Lava Dart the other one, I can at least kill both of these and be left with a Swift Spear. And see where we go from there. Okay. Didn't have anything left to stop that, so. So float. We're going to do this. We're going to light up the stage. We're going to play that, cast a Soulscar Mage, reset, and see where we end up. Fable, okay. Well, I guess we're just going to chain some Manamorphoses together and see what we can do. I can do a red-blue safely here, because I can just cast the next one. Same thing. Click the blue, thank you. We'll go red now. I guess I just lose a mana here. See what 2 new cards we get next turn. Sprite Dragon, Lava Dart. Those are 2 good ones. Represents a lot of damage. So I guess we'll see what our opponent's got in the docket. Oh, this is the like Footfalls plus Archon deck. Like they've mashed 2 decks together. Or like Footfall, like the Creativity / Footfalls deck. Well, so I gotta have something to interact with the creatures right now. Because I'm showing them 8 damage, which is the 3 cards they see, plus whatever I draw. Well, might be getting creativity anyway. Okay. Such a weird deck. All right. I guess that's a thing. I have a feeling these are going to be much more useful than these. And then that could make a difference. I guess we'll try that. I don't really know. I'm not sure like if Sprite Dragon should come out for the third path here. Like they have some removal, but they can only pack so much in with all of the stuff they've got. But between the fact that they're like creativity plus Cascade, the spell pierces I think are going to be really awesome. I mean, that's a heck of a mashup of decks. You're having to both meet the creativity requirement of no creatures and meet the Cascade requirement of nothing at 1 or 2 in order to make these things both work together. I mean, I guess you can make it work in some amount, so congratulations if that's what you like to play. To me, it seems really convoluted, but maybe that's just the way I think. That's fine. I mean, obviously it's viable. It just won a game, so. I'm going to start with the DRC in this one because I think it's low likelihood that it dies on turn 1 and then starts helping to set up for my other draws later on. So like once I have an opportunity to like say cast a Spell Pierce, if I draw another land this turn, this would just be fantastic. Look at that. Sometimes good things happen. Let's attack, sit on this Spell Pierce, and we'll go from there. And having the second Spell Pierce is nice here because I can also aggressively use the first one on, like, say, a Ren and 6 right here or something like that. Or Ice in my upkeep. I can bin that. Okay. Well, we might get hit by a Cascade spell here. All right. Yep, Ardent Plea. Nothing too crazy there. If we can find a land, either with the draw or this iteration, we can kill one of those for sure. What if our opponent just keeps on forgetting they have a stop set in our upkeep because they keep on pausing in it? Okay, that will work. bin that. They have to block one. And they'll just die. And now they've basically got to be able to deal with like all of my creatures. Okay, Violent Outburst doesn't do it. Because the DRC is just there. So, hey, look at that. Okay, anything different? Moons don't matter. No, I think we're just going to run it back again. So I think the thing that running this Cascade version of this deck is it gives you kind of like a secondary win plan instead of just having to creativity into something. But I think what you lose out in putting in the 12 cards for the Cascade package is you lose out on interaction is what it seems like to me. This is kind of a Borderland hand, I believe. Borderline hand. Wow. Just because like it has 3 lands, which is kind of like as many as you actually want to draw ever. I wonder if one of the cards they lose out on... Oh, yeah, they have to lose out on Wrenn and 6. There's no Wrenn and 6 in this deck because they're cascading. Huh. Okay. All right, fire. Fire happens. I think I'm just going to put both Swift Spears down and bauble. Like, I don't have a Spell Pierce to hold up, so I can always use a Vapor Snag. Okay, so land number 3 after they resolve stuff, so I don't need to do that on my turn. Okay, interesting. Okay, so they're binding one of mine. That's fine. That is okay. I guess I'll just grab both Soulscar Mages. Creatures definitely seem to be the bottleneck here. Like they've been able to remove some of mine, but like not all of them yet. The Lava Dart gets us past this. I mean, they could creativity it, and we lose one creature. Yep. Okay. I guess the Swift Spear is the better one to sacrifice because the Soulscar Mage can do some funny stuff. Maybe I should get rid of the Swift Spear because I have another Soulscar Mage in hand. I don't know. I don't know if it makes a difference. Need to be able to go a little bit faster than this. We need to start drawing more of our draw spells. I have more than enough lands. Okay. That's not good. That's really not good. Because even if I dart, I can kill one of them. Dang it. Oh, whoops. Clicked the wrong mountain. Well, we're going to have to pull well off the top. That's for sure. I don't know if I can beat a bunch more rhinos. I would definitely need... I think it would involve Sprite Dragon, but if I just draw Sprite Dragon, then I'm dead. And if I draw a bunch of spells into a Sprite Dragon, the Sprite Dragon's a 1/1. So I think that's all she wrote here. I mean, I guess technically I'm not dead next turn, but they attack with 3. I kill 1, take 8. I'm down to 1. They're at 12. Like, what's the... technically I'm not dead, so I guess then I could just draw a bunch of cards into a bunch of cards and potentially hit for 12 damage in one turn. You know, harder because I don't have lightning bolts in my deck anymore. Surprised that they're not getting more dwarven mines. I think it's also hard for our opponent to have nothing with 4 cards in hand. Okay. That makes it pretty much impossible. And nothing. All right, well, strange build of a deck. Clearly, it does powerful things. I think it's a matter of just having to get there, and they were able to buy enough time, that time to get there. So, all right, here it is. the break-even match. If I win this one, I get to free roll another league. If not, we go to the Eternal Hall of Shame. This is keepable. This is a name I recognize. This is the guy that I follow on YouTube that plays Titan. Definitely going to hold on these mutagenic growths to counter bolts, potentially. Running 6 years totally fine with me. So he's just running like straight up like Valakut Scape Shift, maybe. There's our Valakut. Question is, do we do another mutagenic growth? And I don't think we do, because I can still protect creatures from a bolt. Okay. If I draw another land, I definitely have lethal next turn. If you can hear the soft music in the bathroom, it's my brother who lives with me playing his guitar upstairs. If not, I'm just a crazy person. Okay, Dwarven Mine. Fable. Okay, we just gotta do some math now. I think we're totally fine just like swinging and like mutagenic growth plus some bolts. Okay, let's mutagenic. So we're at 5. There we go. Okay. Cool. Those are definitely going to come in. Gosh, do I even like want to entertain anything else? Like Spell Pierces could be good for, you know, some of their bigger, higher end spells. We'll try that. Like, you'll notice that I come up with like just some weird like, oh, I'm gonna trim like 1 mutagenic growth, 1 light up the stage, 1 mana Morphos. Part of that is because like sometimes I just take away a little bit of my more expensive spells. Part of it is also like I'm not totally sure. I don't love the double Alpine Moon here, but it's such a good card for the matchup that I'm just gonna run it. I'm gonna set the stop in my upkeep to potentially mutagenic growth on my DRC to attempt a, what's it called? Surveil. That's the word. Because hitting another land here would be Excellent. Okay. So I think what I want to do is I want to swing and cast the light up the stage, which will also give me delirium. Definitely put the dart in the yard. Well, that's unfortunate. Really hope we're hitting a land here. So far we haven't shown any of our sideboard tech. I wonder if this is like Creativity Titan along with Valakut. Oh, that is poopy, 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 poopy. I think I'm just going to take the gamble that they don't Valakut me next turn, so I can get some value out of that light up the stage. Yes, this is creativity, like 100%. Okay. Well, let's just let it resolve so we can see. So Archon and Titan. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Good to know. Just one more Spell Pierce because they're kind of like this double second match in a row with this kind of like two strategies mashed together sort of idea. Go down to just 2 mutagenics. I haven't seen Lightning Bolt out of them, so. Alright, here it is. Here's the game. Well, not that hand. This one will keep. It's really tempting to keep both of the Sprite Dragons, but I think we'll just have to rely on one of them making it. I'm going to prioritize the cards from Light Up the Stage over the Sprite Dragon. Mostly because I only have them for a certain amount of time. Okay. Second Bolt. right, a spell off the top would be fantastic. A lava dart would be all kinds of amazing. Okay. Still hoping for a spell. All right, running 6. That is not what we wanted, unfortunately. This means we also can't play the Sprite Dragon yet. And we could just, if they just have creativity in hand, we're just over. Not a great sign. Okay. Okay. We're still in it. Spell. Come on. Okay. No create. Well, technically, it could still creativity this turn. They have a land in their hand, or they pick this one up. Attack with the goblin token. Okay. My lava dart is still great. An expressive iteration is awesome. Lava dart is a win right now. Okay, come on. Something good off the top. I think that does it. Got there. Okay. Yes, on this channel we celebrate 3-2s like other people celebrate 5-0s. Sometimes you just got to live that amateur Magic player life. Hopefully you had fun watching some fast matches of Magic. I'm sure there are parts where I could have played a lot tighter, could have played a lot better, could make better decisions, but I'm really just still learning this deck. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe so you see every Sunday when the new video drops. And I guess if you've got some kind, supportive words, drop them in a comment, or suggestions on like maybe like some different things to consider with sideboarding would be awesome. But thanks for watching. Take it easy. We'll see you next week.